doo ba 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 doo ba doo ba doo ba doo ba doo doo ba ba dee ba 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 dee doo ba kee ba ba dee dee. Hello, I'm Bez, and I wanted to take a step back and answer three questions. Now, normally most of my busy Bangkok letters have been one trying to answer one small question, but hey, I've got a bunch to say. I'll try to still keep it quick, 10 minutes. Okay, why me? Why talk about Bangkok and everything? I mean, I am not an expert in Bangkok. I don't even feel like I'm an expert in games. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's like it's all relative. I've made, it depends how you count, but I would say about 20 games. You could say a lot more. I've had some numbers self published. I've had four contracts signed, five. Um, Creator, Roar, Yogi, Last Bug Standing in the Circle of Doom. Oh, yes, and Seize the Power. So, yeah, I've had 5 games signed, which is a bit more, or 5 contracts, and that's a bit more than most people. I mean, most people haven't even made a single game. And again, that's the thing. It's all relative. I am not an expert in Bangkok. I haven't gone to history classes, but I'm just a fresh faced wanderer coming here and being like, wow, this looks like a cool park. And that's why I'm talking about it, because I'm thinking, oh, these things are pretty, and maybe you'll appreciate them too. Now, right now, it's maybe not the best lighting for this, but yeah, the reason that I'm talking about it is just because I know a little bit more than the average person and want to share that knowledge. Um, lighting here's some actual plants. Um, Second question was, oh yeah, my favorite. What's my favorite time? My favorite time to be outside is sunset. I think I might also say sunrise, but I don't feel great getting up before the sun. But maybe I would if I did it more often. I saw this entire class, which was, hey, let's get up at 5 o'clock. It's a yoga thing, and we'll celebrate being up before the sun. And I don't know if I could commit to getting up that early. But I see the joy. I mean, both the sunset and the sunrise are these wonderful times full of change, full of seeing the sky turn from one color, one level of brightness into the other. We can walk around. I love cycling around. This is my bicycle, by the way. It's not quite red, it's red adjacent. It's a fiery reddish orange. Anyway, the point is that I love the changing of things. Now, that's one thing you miss in Bangkok. You don't get the changing of the seasons. You don't get trees blowing off their leaves in autumn. Winter feels. I mean, winter's hotter than a UK summer. There is no denying that. And the trees continue to thrive all year round. This is a tropical world. And there is change for sure. There's a rainy season, but I think coming here, I do crave these small changes. I crave and I love being connected to the world, which is why sunset, my favourite time of day. And then lastly, the question, do I feel safe? Now, someone actually asked this, and I've been talking about this privately, and someone also said that after food and love and music and safety is one of the key things in life. And I would agree. But I guess it's one of those things where it's not a binary, is it? I mean, I guess there's a question of, well, we could always be more safe. I guess you could always say, well, we could always have more love. We could always have more music. Here's a little dog. Hello, dog. I need to try and not bother it too much. Yes, I feel safer, I would say, like, time than UK. I haven't looked up the statistics, which isn't very scientific of me, but people have told me that thievery is much less here, and I can believe it. I basically just leave my bike locked to itself outside where I sleep every night. I don't even lock it to a railing or anything. I literally just lock the wheel to itself and it's outside. And then when I'm eating or if I'm like inside and I know the bike's meant to be there, then I'll just leave it unlocked and it's fine. And I mean, it's not the most expensive bike, I will say that. If it was something super expensive, then maybe people would be more tempted. But that, but it seems to illustrate a level of safety from that. Now, I would say I feel relatively safe from violence as well. I think that, like, as a trans woman, as a human, like, I don't think there's that much violence going on compared to what's going on in the UK. Do I feel safe when I'm on the roads? Like, no. I mean, it would be nice if, like, where I'm walking right now, there's this lovely pavement, and it's like a metre and a half wide, and just walking along, and it's lovely to see. But for the most part, you're basically obliged to walk in the road, sharing the same space that the motorcycles and the cars are competing for. You're, and as a cyclist going round, every time I turn right on kind of, like, there's so many times when I think, yes, I'm still alive. And whilst that's super lovely, I don't think that it's a great thing to be worried about your life when you're on roads quite so much. But yeah, I mean, the most common way to get around here is motorcycle. And I think that motorcycles tend towards an inherently more dangerous, chaotic road system. The road, they weave around a lot more. The roads are kind of created for the width of a car, except here they know that the bikes are going to come. So yeah. But yeah, do I feel safe? I do, but there's always limitations. I feel less safe on the roads here than the UK, but that comes with its own excitement. But then converse, and I'm not going to lie, there was one time when I got a lot of unwanted attention and, yeah, vulgar gestures and borderline exposure with someone else. But I do feel safe. That, like, you're going to get numpties, you're going to get idiots everywhere. And that's the key thing to remember. It's all relative. Like, whether it's, why the heck am I talking about this? It's not because I'm an expert. It's not like I come here and now I'm saying, hey, I know everything there is to know about Bangkok. It's simply that I know a bit more, and frankly, there's also something nice about remembering what you felt at a certain point. I'd be slightly curious to know how I felt about things 10 years ago, and maybe in 10 years' time, like, if I'm still here, I'll have learned a lot. I'd like to tell you all about the writing system, about my struggles with it, about my annoyance at everything being in the wrong order. But then at the same time, there is a joy. There is a joy in starting to sort of unlock this code. There's a joy in starting to work out how to remain safe. There's a joy in cycling around. Yeah, there's a joy in walking around at the sunsets and building those simple routines. Like normally, every night, I go to one particular place to eat, and then I'm sitting on the street, and then I see the sun come down. As it happened, today it closed early, which was a bit frustrating. And they're closed tomorrow as well. But they're open on Monday, so I might go there. Regardless, it's all relative. It's like if my joys can be greater than the effort I went to for that or the cost, because there's all sorts of costs. Like there's a cost to eating, not just the cost of the price and the time that it takes you to eat, but like the calories. Like maybe at a certain point, if you're in a country where you can buy a big meal for 50 baht and like it's £1.25. Like I could, if I really want, like I could eat so much more calories than I actually require. And I'm standing here with some chicken legs, actually thinking, I kind of fancy one of them. And I'm seeing this market, and I'm considering like wandering around a wee bit. But again, it's all relative. It's like, what's the benefits? And I was talking to my friend Jess Medringham recently, and I said that there I just left my bike. It's normally, yeah, say it's up, I'm just leaving it, but it's probably leaving. Like I was saying to Jess Medringham, that the reasons I do stuff are, like, if I'm being honest, there's lots of inertia. There's lots of times when I just do stuff because it's the easy thing to do. Yeah, I've got some tomatoes. There's lots of times when I do stuff because it's like, oh yeah, that's what I feel like, or that's the easy thing to do. But I don't really think about it. It's like if I'm just going to veg out, if I'm going to sleep, is this the right thing? And then I think to myself, well, is it bringing me joy right now? Is it going to bring my future self joy? Is it going to change the world? And when I say change the world, I don't mean it has to be like a big thing and it's going to solve the climate chaos issue. I mean, like just making one other person's day happier can be worth it. Like, and building connections with other people does bring me joy. Sawadika. I'm close to maybe in a moment. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point, which is why I set a hard limit of, okay, I'm going to speak for no more than 10 minutes, and then I'll start to speak in song. And so I say, it's all relative, and there's a little thing you give, a little thing of your energy. And why do you do the things you do? Do you do it because it's a thing you need, and it make you happy, make you smile? Or do you think it'll make you happy in a while? Or do you think it's worth doing because of the effect? Maybe it makes someone else happy. Or next. Anyway, I think you get the point. That's the reason I do things, and it's always an analysis, and it's like it's not binary. It's not this makes me happy, this makes my future self happy, this changes the world. It's all a sliding scale. It's all relative. I know more about Bangkok now than I did 2 days ago. I didn't know that this market existed. I just randomly came upon it. Just about again. And yeah, I will know more about Bangkok tomorrow, and I'm planning to be here for the long haul. So, สวัสดีค่ะ I sometimes struggle. I'm at the point where I can haggle over a price, but I can't, well, ask and understand the question of what's in stuff. Like, I can ask, cat, pet, like, there's some words that I know, it's like, pork, chicken, egg, like, I can ask questions like that. And, like, I'm starting to be able to read, but most of the words don't mean anything to me. But then, that's the thing, like, when I'm having dishes, when I'm having, like, what was it this afternoon? Had to like, that doesn't have, it's like nothing else I've had. And there's a joy in going out. There's a joy in exploring. And honestly, I'm not sure how much Bangkok differs to London. The more I see, the more it's kind of similar. I mean, yeah, there's small differences, like there are markets on the side of the road in London, smaller, and less of a flea market. This is so much more common here. It's like, oh, here's some toys for stuff. Here's some woodcut pencils but like, kutoka ani tarolika? Songroy has it. Kopunka 250. Songroy has it. I mean, I don't convert it all the time. I just kind of trust that. But I know that I can get something similar for 179. And it's like, well, what's the point? Like, I need sunscreen and stuff. Like, and so yeah, why talk? Because I know more than I did yesterday. Every day I grow a little bit more knowledge as I play, as I explore, go through the door, and there's the donut. Sawadika. Manita Rolaka. Oh, Sipa. ใช่
7 บาท 3 ชิ้น 20 ดอก
3 20 ไม่เป็นไรขอบคุณค่ะ it's not that reward it. It's just like, do I really need more? Like, talking about I think that's the other thing. Like, when here, I have so much more freedom of, because having more spending power gives you more freedom. Like, I can just walk around the market and buy stuff. I couldn't be doing this in London. Like, I bought the fanciest chocolate today. It was like made in Shanghai, and then yeah, it was like this local chocolate from. It was really good chocolate. I know chocolate. Like, this was and like, that's gone in my fridge, and it's a last a while. I have little bits every so often. And honestly, like, if I saw some pomegranate juice right now, I would probably go for it. But it's that question of how much joy will a donut give me? How much costs will it have? What costs are there? It will be the calories. I'll have slightly fatter knees, but it will be my belly. But like, I don't want to talk about like food, and that's like a sensitive topic for lots of people. But it's again representative of the point of not just blindly doing things because of inertia. And I'm not speaking from I'm amazing at this. I still struggle. Monica, I still struggle. I still sometimes follow a link, and in rather than thinking along the way, hey, am I really interested in this? I'll carry on reading, and then just following the rabbit hole for hours and ignore. And there's something to be said for hyper focusing if you're really enjoying it. But at the same time, if it's just a case of I feel like I need to watch all of these videos, like it's important to really ask, do I yeah want to like do I want to buy Sawadika dragon fruit for 50? Um, Kokunka. Um, Nung hasip. Nung kilo hasip. Nung kilo hasip. So it's 1 kilo rather than just one. That seems a lot more reasonable. Um, um, Kotok. Ah, super. So one of these is 25. So like that's a reasonable thing. I mean, I could totally afford that. How much joy would it bring? Like, have I eaten too much sugar today? I could leave it, but I mean, when I say leave it, I mean leave it in the fridge. But then it's not going to last. I'm either going to eat it now, or I mean, I might each day that I leave it in the fridge. After one day, the chance of eating it goes down dramatically if it's like something that I don't really know. You know what? I will have one dragon fruit. Wait. And two of these pears. These pears are really good. Like I think they're like, you see that? They're like Japanese things. They're like really hard. They're less sweet than conference pears. And oh my gosh, I love them. Anyway, and again, it's about at some point thinking, okay, am I just streaming because I've started streaming? Is it just inertia at this point? Have I said everything that I've got to say? And I think I have. And that's why I'm going to, wish you all bye bye for now. I'm going to buy this and then bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for listening. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. Now it's time to go. So basically, I know more than yesterday, and I'm not an expert by any means, like in the amount of stuff I know about Bangkok and probably like here. But there's also a joy in just recording these memories, so I can remember what it felt like to just arrive. And yeah, then I feel relatively safe. It's similar to London, I would say. Maybe I feel less. I feel like there's probably less transphobic, like violence. But like I've only been here for a few months, and my favourite time is indeed the sunset, and that's everything. Why is this button not working? I'm going to say again. Bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Do bye 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 bye. Thank you for listening along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye bye, everyone.